Hello everybody, welcome to a bit of a story. A rivalry between two manufacturers, Vapid and Bravado. And this muscular performance rivalry dates all the way back to the 1960s. This is the first generation Bravado Gauntlet. It was made with a massive 7-liter V8, and it was designed to tackle the world's drag strips. So that's what I'm gonna do. You see, this has a 3-speed gearbox, specifically designed for the quarter mile. So let's see how it does, shall we? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, that was a minor wheel at 60 miles an hour already. Come on, you have to speed this 100 miles an hour. Come on! Bloody hell! Fire! That's fast. Ho ho ho. In 1970, this thing would do the quarter mile in 11.5 seconds. And, despite being a massive vehicle, you could have some fun in the corners, despite what the Europeans may say. However, this weighing almost 4,000 pounds means you can also have an accident. Alright, and chuck it in. Yes! I'm doing donuts. Donuts are intentional. I meant to do that. You see, look, they're beautiful. They're beautiful and intentional. Look at that. They are spectacular on top of all the other things. But there was a problem. Vapid introduced this. The E-Wing. And this had a similar amount of power, was lighter, more nimble, and smaller. Which meant it was better. And it looks utterly gorgeous. It's one of the best looking American cars ever made, and that's a fact. So, it was the same price, it looked better, it was faster, and it was more fuel efficient and easier to drive. You can see why this sold 1 million units and the Bravado didn't. But by the early 2000s, the muscle car which was thought dead by the oil crisis, came back, and this was at the forefront, the new Bravado Gauntlet. This was a bit more tame, a bit more subtle, and people were a little polarized on that. Some people didn't like the look, seems a little too smooth, a little more modern. And then there's the engine. It's a 4.5-liter V8, and it's turbocharged, because everyone turbocharges muscle cars, right? Yeah. So, well, impressive. Alright, let me just show you for just a quick second. Oh, that's quick. That's really quick, actually. That's alarmingly quick. So while it was very quick, it didn't really embody the muscle car that the Gauntlet once was. And that was just the start of its issues, because its rival, Vapid, did make a modern muscle car. The Dominator. And this was a proper muscle car. It had a 4.5 liter V8, just like the Gauntlet, but it was supercharged, meaning 600 horsepower. Oh, bloody hell. And while it can handle, it's an oversteer lunatic. Chuck it in, just the back end just kicks out, and it's just a blast to drive. It's a real driver's car in this one. You have to be fully aware at all times, or else it will try to kill you. This is a brilliant vehicle. This is an absolutely brilliant vehicle, and once again, it has the looks of the 60s. It kept the modern styling and safety with the 60s look and aura. It is the perfect modern muscle car for its time period, certainly. And things only got better for Vapid when they made the new Dominator in 2015, called the GTX. And this was quite a radical change for the Dominator, because it has several different aspects, like magnetic suspension, brand new smoother looks, and that all-important limited slip differential and independent rear suspension. And in case you don't know, that means it can corner. And corner well, which is something no muscle car has ever truly been able to do. It's a muscle car that handles, it still has that massive V8 that's supercharged, but that's not the biggest thing about it. That biggest thing is by far the handling. The handling on this vehicle is, it's like I'm on a train track here, honestly. I'm driving a train, that's how smooth it is. And you could still get it sliding around like the muscle cars of old and the previous generation, so what was Bravado to do? Well, they went a different direction. This is the brand spanking new Bravado Gauntlet, and this is a special edition, actually. And that means bigger wheel arches to fit massive rear tires, and an 850 horsepower supercharged V8 rumbling underneath that hood. Whoa! And it's all going to the rear wheels. This is a monster. Flat out, it'll do 208 miles an hour, and it'll do 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds for less than 750 grand. Bloody hell. This is absurd. And that brings on my name, the Hellfire, which perfectly describes how it handles, by the way. You see, if you look at the slow-mo shot of the Gauntlet going around corners, you can see it has quite a bit of lean to it, and in fact it actually picks up the front wheel, which does not encompass good handling. Oh shoot, and I've spun it, that's not gone well. It doesn't, they wanted to save as much weight, bloody. They wanted to save as much weight as possible, so they fitted smaller brakes on the rear, and they hollowed out the, I've spun again. Spun again. They hollowed out the anti-roll bars on the back. Alright. Well, hey, we made a corner. We made a corner. A corner has been made successfully. Alright. No, never mind. Shoot. Again. So what is the point of this car? It's very powerful, very quick, but it can't turn to save its life. Well, that's because it didn't want to turn. The objective was not to turn or worry about lateral Gs at all. Its sole purpose in life was to go faster than any production car ever made in the standing quarter mile. So I'm back at the drag strip with this vehicle to see just how fast its quarter mile really is. This is advertised as a 10-second car from the factory. Let's see what's what. Right, line lock enabled. Shifting gears automatically for the first two. We are ready to go. Whoa, bloody, that's a lot of sky, there we go. There's that 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, oh my god. In fact, this thing is so fast, it will do the standing quarter mile when you don't wheelie in 9.6 seconds. 9.6 is faster than any all-wheel drive car, any electric car ever made. And the best part about the Hellfire isn't that it's a quarter mile monster. It's because it's a different option. It's not trying to compete with Vapid anymore. It's doing its own thing. It's being unique. It's not a muscle car that was turned into a sports car. It's a tribute to what muscle cars were like in the past.